welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. In each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we're taking a look at a light-hearted comedy as we take a look at Bringing Down the House, starring Steve Martin and Queen Latifah. And stay tuned for our bonus story as we take a look at the House of the Future in Disneyland. And if you're enjoying these videos, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new episode. Now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we're covering Bringing Down the House. This movie was released on March 7, 2003. It was directed by Adam Shankman. The screenplay was written by Jason Fildardi. The production companies were Touchstone Pictures, Hyde Park Entertainment, and Mandeville Films. And it was distributed by Buena Vista Distribution. The budget for this movie was $33 million, and it did a box office return of $164.7 million. So this is one of those comedies that there isn't a lot of backstory to. But in terms of the cast, we have Steve Martin, who plays Peter Sanderson, Queen Latifah, who plays Charlene Morton, Eugene Levy plays Howie Rodham, Jean Smart plays Kate Sanderson, Missy Pyle, who plays Ashley, Kimberly J. Jones, who plays Sarah Sanderson, and August T. Jones, who plays George Sanderson. In terms of the plot, tax attorney Peter Sanderson meets a woman online by the name of Charlene Morton. He expects to meet a blonde-haired, blue-eyed attorney. What he gets is an African-American woman on the lam from prison. Charlene comes to Peter to ask for help to find out who was responsible for framing her for armed robbery. In the meantime, she turns his life upside down by introducing him to a side of himself that is much different from the uptight lifting life that he is living. So in terms of recommending this movie, unfortunately, this movie is really bad. It really fails to hit the mark, and it borders on cringeworthy. The humor is very dated and often borders on racist and stereotypical, based on stereotypes. The story is very disjointed. For example, the initial plot says that Queen Latifah's character, Charlene, is looking for someone to clear her name for armed robbery. But after this is introduced, it's never picked up on again until the very end of the movie. It more focuses on the change of Steve Martin from being uptight to more freewheeling. I think this is one, unfortunately, that I would skip, as it is not very good and it is very forgettable in terms of a movie. So in terms to our bonus story, we're going to take a look at the Monsanto House of the Future. This was a former attraction in Tomorrowland at Disneyland that was open from 1957 to 1967. It was a tour of a future home that modeled on the future of modern plastics. The home was sponsored by Monsanto, and the house was made possible by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Monsanto wanted to demonstrate the versatility of modern plastics as a high-quality engineering material. The house was designed by Richard Hamilton, Marvin Goody, Albert G. A. Dietz, Frank J. Hedger Jr., and Frederick J. McGarry. The house featured 4 wings on a central core with fabricated glass reinforced plastic. When the building closed in 1967, because it was so sturdy, when they tried demolishing it, it had to be broken into smaller pieces using choker chains. The concrete foundation has never been removed, as when they built what is over top of it now, which is Pixie Hollow, they would paint the foundation green. They would then build over the foundation of the house. In February of 2008, it was announced that the House of the Future would be brought back as the Innovations Dream Home, and the original house that it can be seen as it was used for the Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse episode of The House of Tomorrow. So I have never obviously seen in the house because it was demolished before I was born. But seeing pictures online, it is actually kind of cool. And this is kind of what the 1950s kind of looking towards the future, what it was typical back then. So kind of neat to explore the history of modern or former Disney attractions. So thank you so much for joining us here on this shorter episode of Disney Movie Investigations. I would love for anyone to please leave a comment on what they think of Bringing Down the House, as well as if you ever got the chance to attend the Monsanto House of the Future. Would love for you to share a favorite memory of your experience. So as we look forward to our next episode, we're going to continue on our journey through the Planet of the Apes films as we take a look at the rise of the Planet of the Apes starring James Franco. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.